So, to basically give it away, it's practically around a week till I go to Dubrovnik. What I'm going to do, because I've brought a model with me of Dubrovnik, okay? So I'm going to show it you on the camera to basically explain to all of those of you out there that perhaps watch this stream either now or later on in the day, or you tune in whenever, so that those that have never been to Dubrovnik can get an idea of where the places are that I'm going to be visiting in the old town. Okay, so just bear with me a second. So on this live stream, I've now got the model, just getting the dust out of it, excuse me. Right, the model of the old town of Dubrovnik. Okay, so because when you go up on the cable car, you generally get that kind of view of Dubrovnik anyway. You get to see all of it. So it's like holding a model in your hand when you're up on the cable car, right? So here's the model of Dubrovnik, okay? So this one here in the corner is the Manchetta Tower, okay? So as you can see, you can walk the complete walls along here, all the way along the front of the marina, which is this part, all the way up this way, towards here, and then you come all the way up this side where my hand is holding this side here, and then you head back to the Manchetta Tower again. Okay, so usually if I just turn it round, Dubrovnik is set up like, you could say like that. Okay, so this is the marina part here. So this building here is known as St. John's Fort. Okay, this building here, where these like two towers are, this is St. John's Fort. Now you can walk to this bit that sticks out, and you've got a fantastic area to view the boats coming into the marina, which is here, and also going to Lochram Island. Okay, and you can walk round the side of this along this path, and it brings you back round to the marina, which is located here. Okay, now in this building here, you've got on the top floor where these windows are, okay, you've got the Maritime Museum. Okay, so in this building you've got the Maritime Museum, and you've also got the Dubrovnik Aquarium. So to get to the aquarium, you have to go through a hole in the wall, which is literally down here. Okay, there's a hole in the wall literally just in there. So where the arches are there, you can get the boats to Lochram Island. Okay, so the boats to Lochram Island go from near here. So in this building, as I've said, you've got the Maritime Museum on the top floor, and you've also got the aquarium on the bottom floor. So there's an archway just inside, if I turn it round that way. So in this wall here where my finger is, you can go through a hole in the wall and get to the aquarium in this building. And then there's some steps where you can go up to do the Maritime Museum. Okay. Now the Peeler Gate entrance is at the back of the old town. So where this bell tower is here, okay, there is a fountain. So I don't know whether you can see it on the camera, but it's literally there. There's the fountain right there where my finger is, right? Looks like there's a hole. You see like there's a hole there, okay? Well, that there is the entrance to the city walls. One of three entrances of the city walls, okay? So where that bell tower is, very near there, you can get onto the city walls. That's the first main entrance. The next entrance to the city walls is down this end of Dubrovnik, down here, because you've got three bell towers, as you notice. There's one there, and there's one at the front, at the back of the city, just there. So basically, if you put it like that, this bit in the middle, down here, from that bell tower to that bell tower, is the Straden. Okay, which is the main street. But then you can also go in the back streets of Dubrovnik and find cheap restaurants, cheap shops, souvenir shops, etc. So that's what you'll find. Okay, so looking at the model like that, you've basically got the Manchetta Tower at the back just there, and you can go underneath that tower with your Walls ticket and also your Dubrovnik pass as well. Okay, so at the back now, you've got the bell tower, and then you've got the fountain. So the Peeler Gate entrance to the walls is just here. Okay, this is Dubrovnik. It's a model of Dubrovnik, okay, in Croatia, which is where I'm going to be going in the next few days. So, and then you've got the marina. And then you've got the St. John's Fort here, okay, which is where you can get on the city walls again, the second entrance. Also, you can go to the Maritime Museum, and the aquarium is underneath. And then the third entrance is this end of the walls over this bit near this tower, okay. Well, there's actually a bar near this tower, okay, but in front of this bell tower here, there's another entrance to the walls in this little section here, because you can head out of Dubrovnik this way, where this building is, to get to the cable car entrance, that's basically the Plocker Gate. This end of Dubrovnik is the Plocker Gate. And then there's a Buza Gate, which is in the middle, just here, where you go up the steps, through an archway, and it's the Buza Gate. And then you can get to the cable car. Okay, the Plocker Gate entrance is down the front end down here. So you've got the Pila Gate, which is at the back. You've got the Plocker Gate, which is at the front down here. And you've got the Buza Gate, which is the one in the wall this way. Because interestingly, the word Buza in Croatian, which is spelt B-U-Z-A, it looks like buzzer. Buza is Croatian word for hole in the wall. That's what it means. Okay, so the back is the Pila Gate, where basically you walk across the drawbridge, and then you can get to the buses that go to the hotel. You can go to the fort, which is also part of your Walls ticket and the pass. And of course, the brand new attraction across the road, which is the Wine Museum, which I will be paying a visit to. So you've got the Manchetta Tower there, where you can get a fantastic viewpoint of all of this, okay? And also there are 3 bars on the city walls if you want to go and have a beer, right, or an ice cream. So I'll explain now where they are. So one of the bars is actually in this building just here near the Manchetta Tower. In fact, you can see it on the walls, okay? So if you walk in the walls from the marina end, which is down here, you're going to walk the complete walls all the way along the front of the marina, okay, up to the Manchetta Tower end. And then this building at the back here, where it's got the orange roof, that is one of the bars that you can go to. So if you get on at the pile gate at the back, you basically walk one way round till you get to the marina, and then you walk back up towards the Manchetta Tower. You can stop off at the bar, and then you go off the walls at the back, okay? If you start at the marina, you get off at the marina, but you follow the walls one way round. And if you get on the other entrance, which is this end, again, you do the same thing. So you've got a bar near Manchetta Tower. The next bar is located halfway along this section here. There's a bar just here. And then the third one is down near this Fort St. John. There's another bar just down here, okay? But there's also 2 bars outside the city walls. One is called the Buza Bar, okay? There's a Buza Bar. So you've got the Buza Gate, which is that end, which again means hole in the wall. But there's also a Buza Bar, which is located outside the walls around here. There's one bar just down this bit, and there's another bar just here. There's 2 in total. And they're both known as the Buza Bars. So you can sit out on the concrete stone slabs, and you can just basically watch the world go by. And it's outside the city walls, but it's a fantastic sun trap. So if you are a sun worshipper, that's where to go to get your tan, believe me. And people also jump into the sea and have a swim as well, because there's sections of the sea partitioned off where you can go in and have a swim. So if you are a sun worshipper, definitely go to the bars outside the city walls along here. There's 2 of them in total. You can get to one near the Coppen restaurant. So to get to that, and I will show you on this plan where it is. So to get to the Coppen restaurant, that's located just in this square here, because you've got the steps that go up to the Coppen from the main market square, which you can roughly see in the middle is the market square. And then you've got the steps that go up, which is the Walk of Shame. And then the Coppen restaurant is located in the middle of here. You've got one of the churches just there, which is a Catholic church, okay? And then you've also got the cathedral, which is there. And then you've got the Church of St. Blaise, which is there on the Straden, okay? So if you look at the Straden map, so if you're coming from the back of Dubrovnik here, you're going down the Straden, and you've got the Church of St. Blaise, which is there with the dome. And then you've got the cathedral, which is the next dome. So you've got 2 domed churches. One's the cathedral, one is the Church of St. Blaise, who is the patron saint of Dubrovnik, okay? So that's a model of Dubrovnik itself. So when you go on the cable car, that's basically the view that you get when you're up there, So you can see the fountain at the back. See, that's where your first wall's entrance is. Second wall's entrance is down here. Third wall's entrance is across this way. And then you've got your bar and the Manchetta Tower there. And then you've got another bar down here by the fort. And you've also got another one halfway along this section here. Okay? So hopefully that's given you a rough idea of what to expect when you do the city walls in Dubrovnik, okay? As it is 2 kilometers in total to walk it. So they recommend you spend 2 to 3 hours. But again, it all depends on how many photographs and videos you want to do. Hello to you, Ariana Sante H, and hello to you, Lynn Marban. So yes, it's Dubrovnik in Croatia. That's what I've just been showing you that model of, because I'm going there in the next week. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the coming days. Okay. And there will be lots of live streams from on top of those walls. Okay. So please subscribe to the channel at CarlSmith25. That goes for all you guys on here that are watching. So I do plan to do an introduction video. I'm going to get my power bank charged at the weekend ready for use when I go to the airport, because I'll be using that to charge the phone on the plane, because there's going to be lots of videos of the in-flight and the takeoff, in-flight and landing. I'm having a breakfast on the flight. I'm going to be stopping off into Starbucks at East Midlands after I've cleared security, which is now a lot easier because you don't need to take any liquids or electricals out your bag, as I've mentioned on other videos. You go through a new body scanner, you basically collect your bag and off you go. Okay, so you check your casing on your check-in at Jet22 or Ryanair, whichever airline you're going through, and then you go through the normal security bit where you scan your boarding pass, you follow the path round, and you'll enter the new revamped security hall. There are 8 security lanes in total that are used, I think, now. There may be 10 or 11 by the time it's completely done, but they were all being used last time I went practically. And you basically put your tray in on the conveyor belt, you empty your pockets, you don't take any liquids or electricals out, you take your jacket off, and then you go through the body scanner, and then you follow they tell you how to stand, which is usually like that with your arms up, and then you basically step out, your bag comes through the scanner, and you proceed on your journey. That's basically it. Within 5 to 10 minutes, you should be through security pretty quickly. You can still purchase fast track ticket for it as well. If you go on the airport website, you can buy them on there, or you can purchase them at the airport itself. It's usually a bit dearer at the airport. It's also non-refundable. So if you think, oh, there's no queue, what's the point of me getting that ticket? I want my money back. You won't get it back. It's non-refundable. So you may as well use it, okay? So if you are a bit unsure or a bit skeptical about how busy it's going to be, or you're worried you're going to miss your flight or be delayed or whatever, then use the fast track. I'm not stopping you doing it. Other people have asked about it before, including somebody I know called John Finch, who's going on Morello Explorer 2 in July. Again, it's entirely your choice. I have bought fast track before, but at East Midlands, I've never had to use it, so I've never bought it. Okay, I used the security back in March, and it was easy. I was going to Tenerife to join the Morello Discovery 2 for the repo cruise to Cyprus. I didn't have to use the fast track. I just went through the normal security. It was so easy. Going through the body scanner, got my bag. I was through into departures within 5 to 10 minutes. I was in Starbucks having a cup of tea and a pan au chocolat, and I was editing my videos on my channel. And then I got a bottle of water from Boots, which is about 90 pence. And then I just proceeded down towards departures, and that was it. Off I went to Tenerife. So it was so easy and efficient. But even before they opened the new security area, they set it up in the trial area, and then you basically just went through there, which was exactly the same. You just scan your boarding pass and you go through into security. So it's quite easy to do. So all I'm saying is, at the moment, just if you want to buy a fast track security, then you do it. But I'm not going to need it. I'm pretty confident regarding it anyway. I've been from East Midlands that many times. It's a convenient airport to go from. So, and pardon me, and Jet2 are a very good airline to go with. So I'm going to get to the car park for around 3:45 in the morning. That's the plan anyway. I'll make sure my luggage is downstairs. I'll make sure everything's packed in there, that the case is locked. All my travel documents are in my hand luggage anyway. I've got my selfie stick in there as well, ready for going. I've got the little gifts for people out in Dubrovnik, such as Vesna, the Kraka team, the Coppen restaurant, you know, and others out there I've got stuff for as well, and cards. So all that's in the bag ready to go. So please subscribe to the channel at CarlSmith25. There will be more updates coming later this week. And I will do an introduction video to the series so I can create the playlist. And on that playlist, I'm going to include in the description all the links to everywhere I'm going to be going, which will include the cable car, the city walls. Thank you so much. I've been 12 times, so I always love going back to Croatia. It's like going back to my second home because I've made friends over there, and they're always glad to see me. Thank you so much, Lynn. That's really kind. And I'm sure you can stay tuned to my channel and my live streams, which I'll be doing. And you'll be able to see it for yourself how beautiful the Adriatic coast and Dubrovnik is. You will see the reason why I go out there. The beauty of it, the scenery is just amazing. The friendliness of the people. Quite a few people in Dubrovnik and the surrounding area watch my channel as well. So I get a few little freebies and gifts occasionally because I promote certain companies out there through my channel. And I say, well, I've been here loads of times. Please pay a visit to these guys, or please book a cruise with these guys, or please go on this trip with this company. They're really good. So I do recommend a lot of stuff. So it's good to push the channel out and obviously get people to subscribe, such as you guys that watch this live stream. So I'll be heading over there in the next several days. So I'm really looking forward to it. So as I say, the plan will be to leave here about 3 o'clock in the morning, to get to East Midlands about 3:45. It's about a 40-minute drive, 29.8 miles exactly, because I've timed it that many times and routed it as well. So it's the A50 straight down. It's so easy. You go right to the end of the A50, whether you come from Stoke or wherever you come from, even in Leicester, you just follow it up to East Midlands. But from Stoke, it's dead easy. Just go straight along the A50 straight to the end where the M1 is. Get in the right-hand lane, follow the sign for East Midlands, and you're there. Within 40 to 50 minutes, you're there. It's so easy, honestly. And at that time in the morning, 3-ish in the morning, the road is relatively quiet. There are a few vehicles about. It's a lovely time of night to drive. And I'll make sure I've got plenty of caffeine to keep me awake, because I need to be awake for the journey as well. Because I don't want to miss anything, even though I've been that many times. It's a nice feeling to be coming into land in Croatia and to video the entire landing, which I'm going to do this time. So I'm not going to break off the video footage during the episode. It'll just be one complete episode. When we're approaching the Elefiti Islands, I will start videoing, and I will keep the video rolling right the way till we taxi to stop in the airport itself. And it'll be one complete episode. And then I'll do all the little footage and then head into Dubrovnik and do footage. And then I'll be doing some live streams from the hotel room when I get there, because I will do a live stream from the hotel room so I can show you around the room. And the chances are I'll have a bottle of wine in the room, because generally, being a returning customer, and Vesna's very good to me anyway. She's a really good manager, lovely woman, lovely young lady, looked after me. She's a real good friend, and I know Vesna watches my channel. So hi, Vesna. I'm not long now. I'm coming over to Dubrovnik. It'd be lovely to see you again. I know Jane's over there at the moment, who's stayed at the Vis countless of times. I'm surprised she's not made the Guinness Book of Records. But it's not quite. I haven't quite caught up with her regarding how many times I've been to the Vis. But it's about 7 times, I think, this time. She's probably been there 7,000 times. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it is a lot of times, believe me. So she's well known over there as well. But she used to go over there with her husband, who's since died a few years ago. But she's over there at the minute, and she'll be due back home at the weekend. She's flying back into Birmingham. Not that I've got anything against Birmingham, because I've used that airport several times for Dubrovnik and also Manchester. But this is the first time going with Jet2 from East Mids to Dubrovnik, because I've been with TUI from East Mids, but not Jet2 to Dubrovnik. So again, it's going to be interesting. But again, it's just fantastic to just get on a plane and just jet off for several days and go and do some blogs. Okay, and there'll be loads of footage coming, loads of footage. From Montenegro, from Bosnia, from Croatia, from Dubrovnik, Elefiti Islands, the city walls, everything, believe me. Even the aquarium, where I will show you the parrotfish, the octopus, the crabs that are in there, even a seahorse, the stingrays. Have I visited Asia? Not really. I've been to parts of Turkey, and I've been to Israel, I've been to Beirut, but I've not actually been to the Philippines, I've not been to China, I've not been to New Zealand, I've not been to Australia, I've not been to. There's loads of places. The Philippines. I'd love to go there. There's loads of places yet, Chicken Lover, I've not been to. Believe me, there's a big world out there. I've probably only seen a tiny fraction of it. Most of it's Europe, of course. I would even like to get over to America one day. I've heard of Fred Dibner. South Korea, well, I'd like to go to Japan. I live in Staffordshire in the UK. I'd like to go to Japan and particularly visit the Rabbit Island over there and also visit other parts of Japan as well. But there's loads of places I want to visit. Honestly, it's just having the time and saving up the money for it and getting the time off work, which is not always easy, but I just go when I can go. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I love going back to Croatia. It's had an effect on me since I've been on a cruise in 2017. But of course, lots of people know it from Game of Thrones. On a scale of 1 to 10, there's some really weird questions coming on here, honestly. You haven't been to the US? No, I haven't. I'd like to, honestly. I know the Mac Master's out there at the minute, Lee Davey. Subscribe to his channel. He's just been to Chicago, and he's gone to New Orleans, and then he's going to New York. I'd love to visit New York and Manhattan. I'd love to visit Los Angeles and all around there, honestly, the Grand Canyon. I'd love to go to all those places, Florida as well. I'd love to go over there and get my channel pushed. Hello to you. But I love going to Croatia. I've got a cruise coming up in September as well, so there'll be more updates regarding that. I've got things to book regarding that as well, including trips to the Acropolis and also Ephesus in Turkey as well, which is fantastic. So that's coming up in September for Mum and Dad's 50th anniversary. But for now, Dubrovnik's in the next several days. So I'll be doing an introduction video and getting ready to go. Well, I am practically ready to get over there. So, but I'll be looking forward to getting to the airport, getting through the check-in and just relaxing on the plane and then just getting over to Croatia to do my videos. So there'll be lots of footage. So please subscribe to the channel at CarlSmith25. You're from Wolverhampton, I'm from Staffordshire, so I'm not too far from you. And if you want to be in touch on social media, you can follow my Instagram and Facebook pages as well. They're on my channel, so you can find the links on there. Thank you very much. I've achieved over 1,000 subscribers. In fact, a week ago, I achieved that. The subscribers are still going up, and the views are well over 500,000. It's pushing 520,000 views. So I've gained quite a few views this last week, over 37,000 views this last week, because I uploaded my cruise videos from March. I will be uploading individual videos when I come back from Croatia, but I'll be doing episodes and live streams, so they'll all get put on the channel as I'm there, and then I will do all the individual videos when I get home, which again will boost my milestone, which, thank you very much, Chicken Lover. My next milestone is to get to 1,500 subscribers and to get to 1 million views, okay? So I know by the time I come back from Dubrovnik, I'm pretty sure the views are going to be pushing 550,000 views, maybe pushing 600,000 views. It's going to take a long time to get there. It's taken me 14 months to get where I am now. It's a lot of work, believe me, running a channel. I've said it on other videos. And because of all the stuff that's been going on with hospital appointments and everything with Dad and other people in the family, it'll be nice to actually get away and have a few days just to switch off from work and switch off from everything. I know I've got to come back to it, but it just gives me a chance to get my channel just boosted a bit more and give me a chance to have a catch up with people in Dubrovnik that I've not seen since October, who I'm in touch with on social media, and also just to promote the channel for you guys out there to see a different part of the world and why I like going out there. So as you've already seen from the model I showed earlier, there's going to be a lot of walking involved, because there is, and I'll show you the model once more. So you've got all these back streets of Dubrovnik to explore. There's museums and everything dotted about in there. You also get cats wandering about in Dubrovnik, wild cats, and they're always friendly. So there's loads of museums. Like I say, there's the Maritime Museum in here. There's the aquarium. You can visit underneath the Manchetta Tower. You've got the Strad, and you can visit these monasteries with the bell towers. You can go into the cathedral, the churches. Honestly, it's interesting. There's the Wine Museum, which is outside the old town at the back, this end of Dubrovnik where the Peeler Gate is. I'm going to be visiting that. And you also get to do wine tasting. It's about €7.50 to go in this wine museum. It's only been open since last August. So I must have seen it because I was there in October, but I obviously didn't twig what it was. But but then somebody put it on Instagram, oh, pay a visit to this museum. And then I thought, oh yeah, I will. Looked it up on the website. There's 2 floors of exhibits and pictures and things about wine in Croatia. And also you can do wine tasting, which I love doing. And as I've said on another video, there's 4 different types of Croatian wine, 3 that I know pretty well, Dingac, Poship, and there's another one. But Dingac and Poship is another, and oh, that was it, Pavak Marley. Yeah, Pavak Marley is the other one. So I'll be trying those in this wine museum as well. So I'll be doing that. And then I'll be going on to the Elefiti Islands, and I'll be doing wine tasting there on Shipan as well. So it's going to be interesting to do it. So I'm looking forward to going, as I always do. There's loads of video footage to come. I'll be videoing up at the top of the cable car as well, and also going to the War Museum up there. So because Dubrovnik was attacked in 1991 to 95 during the Yugoslavian War. So that's basically what's you're going to be watching. So hello to you as well that are joining. Thank you so much. Please subscribe at CarlSmith25. I really look forward to what's coming up. So so please, as I say, continue to support the channel. And thank you, Chicken Lover, for watching the videos. There's lots of support. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going, to be fair. Whew, it's been a really long period of time getting ready for going, but everything's packed, basically. So I'm really looking forward to it. And also the other advantage is it's not the school holiday yet. Okay. How is your wife? I haven't got a wife. I don't know what you're on about. I'm not married. I tell you what, I do get some weird questions on here. Anyway, moving on. Tell you what, that does distract me, that does. But yeah, so as I said, it's not the school holidays, so it means that the airport's pretty quiet. And I did have a look as well a couple of weeks ago regarding the flights going from East Midlands, and there's about 12 before mine. So hello to you as well. Yeah, there's about 12 flights going. So a lot of them are Ryanair's. So, but then that's okay because I'm not going with them. There's a few TUIs and there's other Jet2s as well. So, because the other thing is with Jet2, you can use the twilight check-in the night before. And also you can with TUI as well. But there's no point in me using that because I only live about 40 minutes from the airport anyway. So it's just straight in the car, straight up the A50, straight to the end, and then there. It's easy, on one of the easiest airports to get to. Birmingham's about 45 miles, Manchester's about 60, just under 60, but East Midlands is the closest airport at 29.8 miles, so it takes about 40 minutes on a good run, half an hour if you break the speed limit, but I generally drive to the speed limit or just under it, because I like to save fuel, and I do drive a very economical car, so I do get good mileage out of my car. I get over 57.5 miles to the gallon on a local run particularly. But it can get over 70 on a long run, so it's really good on fuel. And I don't pay road tax because it's the emissions, they're low, so I get free road tax. I still have to renew it, but it's free. And my insurance is pretty low because I've been driving since 2009, so I'm pretty experienced on the road. So it's just nice to just get away independently and just do lots of footage and see people out there that I've not seen for several months. So I'm really looking forward to it. The weather's looking good as well. So there'll be trips to Mostar Thursday and Montenegro Saturday. Again, there will be a final decision made at the weekend because, again, the weather keeps changing. And I'm thinking, oh, I'll go Montenegro Saturday, I'll go Mostar Thursday, or I'll go Mostar Saturday and go Montenegro Thursday. Because at the end of the day, it all depends on the weather, okay? But either way, I'm going to be visiting both of them. So actually, I've already decided in my brain that Mostar's probably the most likely one on the Thursday, and Montenegro will be Saturday. But again, that could change. So it all depends on the weather, which I'll be checking again before the end of the weekend or at the end of the weekend. And thinking, right, now we're closer to going away. I can see, right, the weather's this, this and this. This is where I'm going to be going on this day. This is where I'm going to be doing on this day. And I've got the 3-day pass to use as well. So I'll be going to the Taj Mahal Bosnian restaurant and using the pass there to get money off food. I'll be going over to Lochram Island and spending the whole day on the island, doing lots of footage, lots of videos. Tell you what, there'll be loads. There's of the throne, of walking the complete island, going up to the Fort Royal. There's loads of walks you can do. Honestly, you could get lost quite easily. I've got a whole day on the island, so I'll be spending the whole day. Most of Sunday will be on Lochram Island, okay? I might have a little bit back in Dubrovnik before the end of the day, but most of the day from like 10ish in the morning, I'll be getting the boat, one of the first boats, over to the island and just having the whole day on the island, okay? I'll just start one end and just work my way completely round it. I might get a sandwich in Dubrovnik and take it with me for lunch because it's not cheap, trust me. To have lunch on the island, it's not cheap. I mean, there is a restaurant at the beginning of the island called La Croma where they do a lunch deal. It's about 18 to 20 euros. You get a glass of wine, which is literally that much in it. You get a bowl of ice cream at the end, and you also get a ham and cheese bap. That's it. And you've paid 18 euros for it. Whereas I could go into one of the bakeries in the old town and probably get a couple of rolls for 4 or 5 euros and get a bottle of water or a bottle of drink and just take it with me. And I can just sit and eat it and then just chuck the litter away and just carry on walking. Just save the expense, right? Because even a pint of beer on the island is several euros. I mean, I don't mind paying that, but to have food, I mean, I remember going to the restaurant near the monastery and it's like 16 to 20 euros for a pizza. I mean, you could buy 2 boxes for 3 or 4 quid. So, but honestly, you pay through your nose when you go on the island. I mean, the food's nice, don't get me wrong, it's good quality food. It's just that it's a lot of money, okay? It's expensive. And Dubrovnik is expensive, I will admit. But I keep going back there because it's just so beautiful. The scenery is just so nice, the people are so friendly. And obviously, I've been going that many times, I've got to know a lot of people. But as I say, please be on the live streams when I'm over there because they'll be probably around this length, around half an hour long. Maybe a bit less. I'm going to try and cut them down a little bit so that it's not too long of me talking because you're going to be seeing a lot of the scenery more than me on the camera, okay? Because the phone will be facing the other way, so the camera's facing the scenery that way, and I'll just be talking over it just to explain what you're looking at. But by all means, come on the comments section like this on the chat, and I will respond to the comments when you ask me things. But yes, I just want you to see the scenery and see Dubrovnik for yourself through the camera, okay? You'll be seeing it all, it'll be live, so you'll be able to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, whoever joins. And then if you are subscribed, you can always watch it later on. Because once I've done the live stream, it'll be put on the channel anyway, because all live streams are generally set to private, and then you have to switch it to public. So I'll be doing that once I'm over in Croatia. But thank you so much now for listening for this last half an hour on this live stream. And thank you for looking at the model of Dubrovnik as well. Hopefully that's given you some idea of what you're going to be expecting next week when I'm over there. So there'll be lots of videos to come. So please subscribe to the channel at Cosmos25. Lots of updates by this weekend. I'll do an introduction video for the series. So thank you for watching.